Okay, здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome to another one of Stalin's Starcraft 2 Battle Reports. And got a viewer report for you. In fact, I've got a lot of viewer reports for you. I kind of been letting them pile up, and I decided, okay, I'm gonna do the next couple days or however long it takes me to get through some of the best of the best that my viewership has to offer here. So this one is a 4 versus 4 match on Desert Oasis. Fortunately, again, I cannot remember who sent in this replay. Most people don't put their names in when they send a replay. They just say, "This is a cool replay. You should show it." So apologies again to the guy who sent the replay. Anyway, on the top here, I pled the 5th is going to be playing as the Purple Zerg, and to be honest, I don't know what the 5th Amendment is, because I'm not American, but would probably explain why. I mean, I know our Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms pretty well. Don't know the American, Bill of Rights very well. I know a couple amendments, but not all of them, and not whatever the 5th Amendment is. So that's that. The Red Terran is going to be played by Antes. Next, Hugh is going to be taking over the Teal Protoss. And Crackerjack is going to be playing as the Blue Terran. So I'm about to play Blue Zerg again, but anyway. And on Team 2, right across the map, we're going to have Darkside playing as the Pink Terran. Morgan playing as the Yellow Zerg. Smellerbee playing as the Orange Terran, and Ethan playing as the Green Protoss. So, already off the bat here, we can see that Team 2 is amassing a pretty, sizable early force. We're only 4 minutes into the game, and Ethan's got some Green Zealots out. Morgan's got some Yellow Zerglings out, and Smellerbee has got a couple Marines out, or Orange Marines. No action going on by Darkside. He does have a couple Marauders coming out with some Marines, but no sizable force yet. But it looks like these Zealots are going to push out across the field. They're going to go on an attack, see what's going on. And up here, we can see I pled the 5th, or the 5th, and Ethan yells, "Come on!" for some reason. Anyway, I pled the 5th. Has no units in sight. It looks like he's going for a heavy kind of unit producing strategy. He built another hatchery, but he built it up here instead of at a expansion, maybe hoping he could defend it better. But he doesn't have any units to defend it with. Those Zealots are going to come in. They're going to start tearing stuff up. Morgan Zerglings are also going to come in. They're swarming all over the place, and things are not looking good for I pled the 5th. He's going to take what's left of his drones and retreat out of the base. He's going to get out of there as fast as he can. Crackerjack's going to send in a couple units to try and defend this base, but there's just not enough here. They're probably going to get overwhelmed pretty quickly. I mean, you can already see these Zerglings are just coming in. They surrounded the small force. Small force by Crackerjack, as well as Darkside is sending in units as well. Hugh's got a couple Zealots out, but again, nowhere near enough, and Smellerbee is picking off those drones as they try and retreat, but a sizable number is going to retreat over to this area, and looks like they're going to try and rebuild. And these guys are going to continue gleefully tearing up the joint. And I'm assuming that Antes is going to be the next player on the plate that's going to be devoured by those forces here. And he's getting out a fusion core, probably at least one of the fastest I've ever seen in any game. He's going for a battle cruiser rush, which is just bizarre. Especially considering one of your allies just got torn to pieces. But his base is blocked off. He's got a bunker defending it. And he's just waiting for that fusion core to be finished. He's just waiting to start production of his first battle cruiser. And it's done, and immediately battle cruiser starts being produced. But he's got to hold off these forces for 90 seconds. Try and hold the doorway for a full 90 seconds. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. He's sending in Zerglings up the ramp. They're going to get demolished by this bunker. They're going to try and take down that supply depot. It's going to go down. So all the rest of these Marines are going to start shooting these supply depots from outside the range of the Marines in the bunkers. And they're going to charge up the hill. And this bunker's going to hold the line for as long as it can against these Marine forces. And eventually they're going to take it down. And this small force was not able to hold them back at all. But the battle cruiser is almost being finished. It's just got a little bit more to go. But the entirety of this force is surrounding the starport. They're taking it down. It's going to be close. It's going to be close to finish that battle cruiser. But even if, I don't know if we can turn it around. And no, the battle cruiser is not going to be finished. It's going to be, the starport's going to be torn down. And as a result, Antez is going to just rage quit from the game. He couldn't get his battle cruiser out in time. And he's just going to take his ball and he's going to go home. But what's left of Team 1 is going to take his command center and a couple SCVs and retreat from this area. Oh, looks like they're taking a factory with them as well. And they're going to retreat down to over here. But in front of this guy, Hugh's base, Ethan is sending in a couple zealots and stalkers. But Hugh's got a bunch of ward rays down, and they're going to melt these zealots. They're going to do minimal damage. They're going to be able to take out a photon cannon, and that's about it. So what's left of Antez base has fled down to this new mineral patch. He's got a couple SCVs surviving, but again, he's quit the game, so what's left of his forces is in control of the rest of the players that are still in the game, which is teal, purple, and blue. And I'm assuming that purple's going to be taking control, considering he's got the least amount of things to worry about right now. Also, he's putting up a bunch of spore crawlers, or not spore crawlers, spine crawlers, to defend his base. We can still see forces running around here, amassing. Well, I guess they're not really amassing. But over here, you can see that Crackerjack has been unmolested this entire game, and he's got a sizable force set up in these dropships. He's got these dropships packed with Marines and Marauders and siege tanks, all ready to go at his will. Also looks like Smellerby's going to try and charge up the hill with a couple Marines. And these ward rays are going to tear it down. Hugh yells help after the entire force is dead. But Crackerjack. I always even want to call him Candlejack. And Crackerjack says he's going to attack them. He's got a couple more dropships, and looks like he's going to take what forces he can, and he's going to go. He's going to go. Just looking up here. Oh, there's still one unit there. It's like Darkseid's trying to break down these rocks and expand to the gold. But already this dropship force just drops a huge amount of troops in this base. They start tearing down buildings. And Darkseid doesn't have anything sizable to stop these guys right now. And they're just torn up. There's nothing left that he has that can contend with his force right now. Looks like Ethan, I'm not sure what he's doing. Oh. What I think he's doing, he might be going on a counterattack and trying to attack Blue, while Blue is tearing up Darkseid. Can't see any of Darkseid's SCVs. Oh, there's a couple. A couple did manage to escape, and I'm assuming he's going to try and, take them and rebuild. Ethan is going to counterattack Purple's base. Maybe purple space. Nope, never mind. He's gonna go up and attack blue. Blue does have a couple Marauders and Marines, but you know, this force is just way superior to what he's got. But they're gonna put up a pretty good fight, all things considered. Oh, and it looks like these Void Rays are gonna come and try and help him out. And these Stalkers get pinned in between these two forces and just torn up. So, Darkshire was just completely obliterated. He's got one factory here, and I don't know if it's going to be able to escape. It doesn't look like it. Nope, there it goes. But yellow, as you can see, or Morgan, has just swung into full production mode. Let's look at his resources. He's got 52 workers working right now, which is more than double anybody else's worker count. So if he's able to, he could pretty much just steamroll everybody. If he can get his production going. Looks like he's got, you know, a sizable force of Marines and not Marines, Hydralisks and Zerglings. And from beyond the grave, Antez is doing some harassment with a Hellion, but he didn't do a whole lot. And again, for the first time, we're in kind of a lull period. It's been pretty much action all up to this point, but now all players are going to amass a little bit. And all things considered, I would still have to say that Team 2 is in an advantage. If you just look at the amount of mineral fields being used right now, Team 2 still has the advantage. Because everything in this ring is being used except one, and on their side 3 are still unoccupied. Oh wait, looks like things actually might change, because Crackerjack's got a huge dropship force, even more men piled into this, and you know, these Hydralisks and these Zerglings are not going to be a significant enough counter, I'm assuming, for this huge force. This is actually before patch 1.1, so this is before the siege tank nerf. And these siege tanks and these Marines and Marauders just tear up these Hydralisks. I might argue that in the new patch, siege tank damage to light units has been reduced by 15 points. So he might have actually, the Zerg player might have actually won there, or at least done a lot more damage, because Hydralisks are light units. Also, that's interesting, I didn't notice that the Zerg player has 2 upgrades on himself in comparison to everyone else who has 0. Also look like Smellerby has got a bunch of Vikings there. He's going to take out a couple dropships and a couple units with them, but there's too many Void Rays here right now. But things again are turning. Stalkers are coming in to help out those Vikings. Well, they're a little bit too late, everybody's dead, but they still might be able to take out these Void Rays here. Yep, the Void Rays are turning, they are fleeing, and one is going to be able to escape. And that hurts Hugh a lot right there, because those Void Rays are expensive. And again, from beyond the grave, Antez has a force of Hellions and Marines, and he looks like he's actually going to be able to take out this force of Stalkers and an Immortal with this little Hellion and Marine force. So from beyond the grave, he's still fighting. And all these guys are just kind of oblivious to what's going on here. These drones are just moving back and forth without noticing this force here. But these Hydralisks and Zerglings are going to turn on them and mop them up pretty quickly. So, let's say hypothetically, somehow